Okay. The audience of the speech.
All right. I'm gonna do a persuasive speech on why everyone should have a savings account. Would you like to have an extra $1,000 at the end of the year? Every year. You would, wouldn't you? All right. I was at home one day and I had a day off when I was watching TV, and then I saw a commercial for a quick cash loan office. And I thought, if you had to borrow $1,000, the interest would be high and it would just set you back a lot because the charges and interest rate on it are outrageous. And as I was thinking to myself, it would probably be a little easier if everybody had their own checking account. So if there was an emergency, they'd be able to pay off whatever the emergency was. Now, I know everybody has an emergency. A major appliance break, you have car issues, have to run to the hospital for an emergency, or your dog has an emergency, you have to pay the vet off. Now, wouldn't it be easier to just go into your savings account, pull the money out, pay off the bill, and be on your way? Or what a lot of the people do, especially a lot of people in this nation, they take out quick cash loans. The issue with that is that the interest rates are so high that it's not even worth the risk or the trouble it goes to take into it. Now, the benefits of having a savings account, which I've talked to and alluded to earlier. Now, again, there's always going to be unforeseen expenses in your lifetime. Be it you have to pay for something, an emergency, etc., etc., etc. Now, a saving account will allow you to be prepared of the offset of a accident. Be it a car, you need new tires, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Now, the benefits of having that saving account, as I was saying earlier, is it just helps out a lot. It gives you peace of mind that if there is an accident or if there is an issue, you have the money right there available. Instead, you can go to a quick cash loan and go through all that thing. Now there's another reason is the quick cash loan, and I like to say the truth behind the quick cash loan offices. Now, a lot of people don't think it's very simple and very easy. You just go in there, hey, I need $500. They give you the $500. You come back on your payday and pay it off. Well, it's a lot more in depth than that. First of all, they're going to run your credit check first. Well, depending on your credit check depends on the interest rate or the APR. Now, the APR is an adjustable interest rate. Well, if you go and do your research on quick cash office or payday loan offices, the interest rates can be up to 600%. Now, they try to explain it to you when you're paying these loans, but they use so much jargon and so much financial words that it goes above a lot of people's head, and they just sign off on the line and go about the business. Well, as I was doing some research, you take a $500 loan from a payday advance. Yes, the interest rate is 600%, which is, first of all, highly illegal, but they get away with it because it's such a lucrative business. Now, on top of that, you pay $127 in finance charges. That right there, you got to admit, you got to pay back the $500. Now you got to tack on an additional $127 on top of the $500 you have to pay back. Well, let's say you don't pay back the interest rate. You missed a day. Well, 600% of $500, that's a lot of money. You end up paying roughly about $2,100 on a $500 loan if you don't pay it back in time. So that's the problem with these quick cash loans, which I personally do not go to, and I advise people don't go to. And also, the thing about it, if you don't have the funds to pay for an emergency, you burden your family. Well, you come hit your family up. Well, here comes Johnny No Good, always hitting his family up for money because he needs money because he's not financially responsible. That gets to my third and final point. Teaching and educating children about the benefits of saving money. Well, I think if you teach children at a very young age to save money and really be financially responsible, that's a difficult word, financially responsible. All right. You teach them to be that at a young age, it becomes part of their nature, it becomes part of their essence that, hey, I get a check, I put some back for a rainy day. I get a check, I put some back for a rainy day. It comes what they do. They do that every single time, all the time. Now, earlier in the speech, I talked about would you like to have $1,000 at the end of the year every year. Well, I was doing the calculation. Every month, if you put just $83 back, $83 back, that could be a couple cups of coffee every week, movies, eating out. You just, save a little bit of that money, you put it back every month. At the end of the year, you have $1,000 saved up. And if you do that every year, say you do that for 10 years straight, you have $10,000. And that will more than likely cover any type of expenses you come across. And it gives you the ability, hey, I have money, you can put it towards a home, you can put it towards a car, you can put it towards anything. So that's my speech on the benefits of a savings account.